What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Luis King Kong Ortiz. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, details. We wanted details, we got details. Okay, Luis Ortiz's handlers apparently want, at the absolute least, what DAZN and Eddie Hearn were willing to pay Jarrell Miller for Ortiz to challenge Anthony Joshua June 1st. And probably then some. Multiple sources have confirmed that Ortiz's representatives has turned down Hearn's $5 million offer for Ortiz to step in for what now is 5 weeks' notice for Miller. They asked for $10 million, $3.5 million more than what Miller's package for that fight had a boisterous Brooklyn contender not tested positive for multiple performance-enhancing drugs in March. Hearn expected to make a counteroffer to Ortiz before finalizing a deal for Miller's replacement. Okay. We have different factors now. At least we know what the dollar amount is. We didn't have some bullshit Instagram posting saying, sorry, we tried. Okay. The fight may still happen because if the counteroffer is enough, Luis Ortiz is 40 years old. Luis Ortiz is a last minute or a replacement. Okay, now 5 weeks. Now I'm going to get to that 5 weeks later, but he is a replacement. So there is some type of leniency for Eddie Hearn to want to pay him what he asked for, simply because Jarrell Big Baby Miller was getting, I think, 8 or 7 or 8 million. However, Luis Ortiz has a far better resume than Jarrell Miller. Let's face it. He's beat Monty Barrett. He's beat Brian Jennings. He's beat Tony Thompson, which Tony Thompson has knocked out one of the top or one of the current guys. I think Dave Allen. He's beat him, and Dave Allen's still a front runner and a competitor now. Okay, so Luis Ortiz. And he's been in there with Deontay Wilder. I think if Eddie Hearn wants to fulfill AJ's promises, he should at least offer him 8 and see where they go from that. I just posted a video on why that these negotiations were so damn final, and that made me suspicious. But now we do have some insight on what Ortiz's camp wanted. $10 million isn't a lot of money. I mean, it is a nice chunk of money. But one thing you have to understand, that 5 weeks notice, you need some type of compensation for that. However, mind you, if you get a phone call in 6 weeks, which was last week, to fight Anthony Joshua, why weren't you training then? You see what I mean? You should have started training at that point. But then again, you're supposed to already been training, right? So what would have made sense if they would have been smart and planned ahead the minute they had got that phone call from Anthony Joshua, knowing, hey, there is a possible fight that may change your life and all of our careers, especially your life, your career, your livelihood would change with $5 million. Dude, he was offered $500,000. He received $500,000 from the Deontay Wilder fight. Now he's received $5 million. That's 10 times the amount of money that he was received by Deontay Wilder. Okay, now that's a fact. However, this is a last minute thing. This is a replacement thing. This situation isn't ideal. This wasn't before back in February where they had ample time to have a training camp. So that is a disadvantage to Ortiz. However, Ortiz supposed to have been training anyway. Ortiz got that phone call. He should have been training right then and there and got his team and got his ass in gear and started training last week. Simply because don't sit around and wait for the negotiations. You're a fighter. You don't have to wait for that. You could have your ass in the gym training. Not, let's wait and see what they say. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting around twiddling my damn thumbs. No, it doesn't work that way. You should have your ass in the gym. And I know that's stressful when it does come to pay, because it's almost like you don't want to work when if you don't know what the pay is. But then that's all a part of having faith and being ready instead of getting ready to be ready. That's my counterpunch on that. But should he get $10 million $5 million is a good amount. Is a good amount of money. However, if Eddie counters like they suspect him to do, I say he would probably go with 7. You know what I mean? Or at least give him what they were gonna give Jarrell Big Baby Miller. That is really the fairest way that you can do that. Erase Jarrell Miller's fucking cheating ass name off the contract and put Luis Ortiz there. And for that, he should be, satisfied with that number. But since they're asking for 10, it just kind of raises speculation like, well, damn, are you guys asking for 10 knowing that they won't give you 10? Knowing that that's just that offer that you can't refuse? However, it does really depend on how bad Anthony Joshua wants Luis Ortiz in that ring. That's what it comes down to. And really, $10 million isn't that much over. You know what I mean? Like, I think Jarrell Miller was offered 7 or 8 or something like that. And so a couple $1 million more, you got Ortiz. So that's what I think Eddie Hearn should come back with a counter offer. And I hope to God that Luis Ortiz accepts this counter offer, because it's only fair for someone that's now working on 5 weeks. But it's not fair to Luis Ortiz for him not to be training right now. Because what if Eddie Hearn decides, you know what, fuck it, mate. Let's call his bluff. Let's call their bluff. I'm tired of these guys saying we lowballed him. So let's offer him $10 million, what he asked for, and get his ass into the ring. Okay? So if that happens, then we have 4 weeks. That's stupid. Train now. See if you get the counter offer for what you asked for. Hopefully we can get the fight happen. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.